Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into something huge. We're talking about growing your Instagram and building a community around your faith. Listen, I started with absolutely nothing, just a phone and a passion for sharing my beliefs. Now I'm about to show you how I took that and turned it into a following of almost 50,000 people. This isn't going to be some boring lecture, all right? We're going to break down the exact steps, the tips and tricks, everything you need to know to blow up your Instagram, all while staying true to your faith. You ready? Let's do this. First things first, you gotta have content that people actually want to see. We're talking high quality, engaging stuff that grabs people's attention. Think about it. What's the first thing you see when you open Instagram? That's right, it's the visuals. So you gotta bring your A game when it comes to photos and videos. Use filters, experiment with different angles, find your unique style. Make sure your content is interesting and relevant to your audience. And speaking of community, let's talk about consistency. You gotta be there showing up in their feed, reminding them why they followed you. Now let's talk about sound. Use trending sounds, find music that fits your message. And finally, let's talk about hashtags. These bad boys are your secret weapon to reaching a wider audience. All right, so you've got the awesome content down, but that's just the first step. Now you got to get people talking. Remember, Instagram is a social platform, so be social. Don't just throw your content out there into the void and hope for the best. Engage with your followers. Respond to comments, have real conversations. When someone takes the time to leave a comment, even if it's just a simple emoji, acknowledge them. Show them that you're listening, that you care. Ask questions in your captions. Create polls. Host Q&A sessions. Make it a two-way street, a dialogue, not just a monologue. And when you're responding to comments, don't just give one-word answers. Put in the effort. Make it personal. Show that you're genuinely interested in what your followers have to say. Now let's talk about shareable content. You know those posts that you just can't help but send to your friends? That's what we're going for here. Create content that's relatable, that sparks conversations, that makes people think, oh my gosh, I need to show this to someone. It could be a funny meme, an inspiring quote, a thought-provoking question, whatever resonates with your audience. The key is to create something that people feel compelled to share. And here's a little secret. The more your content gets shared, the more people it reaches, the more your account grows. It's like a chain reaction of engagement. But here's the thing about engagement. It takes time. You're not going to get thousands of comments overnight. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Keep showing up, keep putting in the effort, and eventually you'll start to see that snowball effect. Chapter 3, understand how people see your content. Now let's get a little technical for a second. Behind the scenes of Instagram, there's this thing called the algorithm. It's like this mysterious force that decides who sees your content and when. But don't worry, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. Once you understand how it works, you can actually use it to your advantage. One of the biggest factors the algorithm considers is engagement. Basically, the more people interact with your content, the more likely it is to show it to even more people. So all that engagement we talked about in the last chapter, Yeah, it's not just about building a community. It's also about playing the algorithm game. Another important factor is posting time. You want to make sure you're posting your content when your followers are actually online to see it. Think about it. If you post something at 3 a.m., chances are most of your followers are sound asleep, missing out on your amazing content. Take some time to experiment with different posting times and see when you get the most engagement. There are also tools and analytics that can help you figure out the best times to post for your specific audience. Now let's talk about follower growth. It's important to track your progress over time to see what's working and what's not. Don't just focus on the day-to-day fluctuations. Look at the bigger picture. Are you consistently gaining followers? Are you losing followers? If you notice a dip in your follower count, don't freak out. It's normal to have some fluctuations. The key is to identify any patterns or trends and adjust your strategy accordingly. Remember, building a strong Instagram presence takes time and effort. There's no magic formula or overnight success. Focus on creating high-quality content, engaging with your audience, and understanding the algorithm, and you'll be well on your way to growing a thriving community. Chapter 4, Monetize on Instagram. Okay, so you've built a solid following, you're engaging with your audience, and you're starting to see some real growth. Now let's talk about how to turn that passion into profit. That's right, we're talking about monetizing your Instagram. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Hold on, Dennis. I thought this was about sharing my faith, not making money, and you're absolutely right. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with earning an income from your passion, especially if it allows you to further your mission and reach even more people. Instagram offers a variety of monetization tools, from sponsored posts to selling your own products or services. But before you jump into the world of Instagram monetization, you need to make sure you're eligible. Instagram has specific guidelines and requirements that you need to meet in order to access these tools. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Once you've met the eligibility criteria, you need to decide if monetization is the right move for you and your brand. Are you comfortable partnering with brands? Do you have a product or service that you're passionate about selling? Monetizing your Instagram should feel authentic and aligned with your values. Don't just chase after every dollar sign you see. If you decide that monetization is the right path for you, it's crucial to follow Instagram's guidelines to the letter. These guidelines are in place to ensure a safe and positive experience for both creators and users. Violating these guidelines could result in your account being penalized or even shut down, so it's not worth the risk. Remember, building a successful Instagram presence takes time, effort, and a commitment to creating valuable content. That's it for today's video. I hope these tips help you grow your Instagram just like they helped me. Remember, building a community around your faith takes time, effort, and a whole lot of heart. Don't be afraid to experiment, to put yourself out there, and to let your light shine. The world needs your message, and Instagram can be a powerful platform to share it with the world. So go out there, create amazing content, engage with your audience, and watch your Instagram soar. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. This video was made with InVideo AI to save time and duplicate my own voice. If you would like to find out more and sign up for a free trial, click on the link in the description below.